Most importantly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Trump is a threat to this nation.
Take a look at what happened.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Okay, so we all saw what happened yesterday, one of the most tragic events in recent memory, the first attempted assassination of a president in over 40 years, and that was also by a Democrat. But that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Democrat Party. I'm not going to get into the details of the shooting because we all saw it was all over Twitter, all over the news yesterday. Although I will get into the Secret Service in another video, but I want to talk about the Democrats, the Democrat Party, the leadership, the Democrat voters, some of the brainwash sheet that they have, and the Democrat media, because these people are evil. And you guys are going to have to excuse my language because I may get pissed. I'm so triggered right now. I might just start cussing. I don't know. Is it a coincidence that almost every time some big name leader like this gets assassinated or they attempt to assassinate him, it's a Democrat? Last time Ronald Reagan was shot by a Democrat. JFK, wasn't it by some Democrat nutcase or CIA? That's a different story right there. Martin Luther King, a Democrat. And it goes all the way back through history, all the way back. We can go back to Abraham Lincoln, shot by a Democrat. The Democrats were salty that they got their asses beat in the Civil War, so they decided to start the KKK and continue to lynch and assassinate black men. The Democrats voted against all the civil rights actions and stuff like that. The Democrats, to this day, are pouring money into a lost cause, a lost war in Ukraine, causing hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian innocent men to go to their deaths. They don't care about anything. These motherfuckers are evil. So we're just going to get into some video. I'm going to show you some of the examples of the brainwashing, the evil rhetoric that led to this, and I'm going to show you some of the Democrat reaction to this assassination. Some of these people are extremely disappointed, and some people like Barack Obama, like Biden, like Nancy Pelosi, them, they're pretending that they give a damn, but these motherfuckers don't care. So they're putting out these fake ass press releases, acting like they care. But let's get into this montage.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
Biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right up to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face.
I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Republican legislatures are waging a war on women, all women. And they're taking away fundamental rights. I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
A lot of people have tried to draw similarities between Mussolini and Hitler and the use of the terminology like vermin and the drive that those men had towards autocracy and dictatorship. The difference, though, I think makes Donald Trump even more dangerous, and that is he has no philosophy he believes in.
Now, let me show you an example, one of many, many, many examples of the reactions to the assassination attempt of these brainwashed ass sheep, these Democrat voters. The Democrats have created fucking monsters. Let's look at this lady.
I just found out about this shit. It just happened. I haven't even had a second to process. You're telling me somebody finally had the balls to bring a pew-pew and he missed! We were a second away! We were a centimeter away from half of the problem being gone and you missed! There was a white man attached to that trigger. I know it!
Like I said, she's one of many. You can go on TikTok, you can go on Instagram, you can go on Twitter, and you will see all of these brainwashed puppets saying all types of vile things, screaming, screeching, because they're psychotic. They are possessed by demons, it seems. So these people are screeching and screaming, disappointed that a man did not die. And they don't give a damn about the person who did die, the man sitting in the crowd who died. Then you go on TikTok and you'll see a bunch of these leftist influencers, these paid TikTok influencers having debates. Oh, was this fake? Let's talk about if it was fake, because they're trying to spread disinformation. Led by the Democrat leadership. We saw examples of all these leaders. In the montage I just showed, we saw Biden at the beginning talking about, oh, Trump is evil. He's a threat to democracy. He's Hitler. Hitler is one of the most evil men in human history. So they keep comparing him. Yeah, we have Hitler reincarnated. He's going to destroy our country. He's a danger to you. He's going to destroy your way of life, your well-being, your family. So you stir up all of this controversy, and this is the result. This is extremely dangerous, and the media has a large hand in it. And even right now, we're going to talk about CNN. These scumbag sons of bitches are sitting here trying to both sides the issue. Well, we know Trump was shot. They tried to kill Trump. They had to rush him to the hospital. But look, Trump supporters, y'all need to calm down. Trump supporters, don't start violence. Trump supporters, please don't go burn the cities. Trump supporters, don't do anything. Oh, it's both sides. Just like these trash ass politicians. Let's look at Barack Obama's excerpt for a minute. I'm going to read this one because his excerpt is just a copy and paste of all of these Democrat leaders. They put out these BS press statements to act like they care, but don't condemn the violence that they stirred up. They don't condemn their own rhetoric. They don't condemn these murderers that they created. There's absolutely no place for political violence in our democracy. Vague, too damn vague. No, there's no room for evil scum created by the Democrat Party to be trying to kill people like Trump, people like Steve Scalise, people like Brett Kavanaugh, Republican leaders, Supreme Court justice, attempted assassinations stirred up by the Democrat Party, but they don't want to condemn that. Although we don't know yet exactly what happened. I don't know, some people saying this guy may have been paid, and he probably was. He could have been a combination of a brainwashed sheep, lunatic, and paid. So if they did pay him, they know. We should be relieved that President Trump wasn't seriously hurt and use this moment to recommit ourselves to stability and respect in our politics. Michelle and I are wishing him a quick recovery. BS, 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 lies. He don't give a damn. So this was copy and paste by leaders around the world. It's copy and paste by senators, Democrats, Democrat governors across the country. But in actuality, most of these people don't give a damn. They care about power. They walked around since 2015 talking about Trump was evil. He was a threat to democracy. He's racist. He's a demon. In actuality, the Democrats are demons. The Democrats are the ones who tried to assassinate a Supreme Court justice. The Democrats are the ones who are killing babies left and right. The Democrats are the ones who pulled up to a congressional baseball games and tried to assassinate one of the Republican leaders in Congress. But yeah, we just need to temper down the rhetoric. We need to have some stability. The Democrats try to kill the leader of the Republican Party. And then they say, oh, now everybody calm down. Let's be civil. Fucking ridiculous. So let's look at the CNN clip of these left-wing activist journalists running mental gymnastics trying to both sides the issue after they get called out and blasted by a Republican.
The rhetoric around him over the last few weeks that if he wins an election, our country will end, our democracy will end, it's the last election we'll ever have. These things have consequences, okay? I don't know what the motivations of the shooter are. I don't know any of the details, but I know the rhetoric around Trump has grown extreme. You mentioned some other violence. You didn't mention the Supreme Court, attempted murder of a Supreme Court justice, or the congressional baseball game where Steve Scalise was nearly murdered. One a conservative, the other a Republican. But we have people in this country who are dedicated to telling half the country that if Donald Trump wins an election, the country will end, the Constitution will go away, and so on and so forth. What I want to hear from all elected officials is this kind of hyperbolic extremism has consequences and it must end. Yes, we're all shocked, and yes, political violence has no place. Where does it come from? It's got to stop.
But we're also hearing from Trump very, very strong statements of condemnation of Biden, the worst president, the most dangerous president, and all of that. He's speaking very, very strongly against President Biden.
Who's in the hospital?
Well, we do. This is an assassination.
I agree with you.
You say calm things down. I agree. Both sides should calm things down.
This moment is, if there was, if we, what other wake-up call could there be for everybody in this country right now? I am mortified. I mean, this will live on forever. These pictures we're seeing today will be in the history books of our children and our grandchildren. I mean, we're living through a historical moment, and we have to recognize it for what it is, and we have to change.
You have to cool the rhetoric on both sides.
We have to change.
Because it's really dangerous, and it foments what we've just seen over the past couple hours or so. And it's a really, really scary situation. You want to add a point, Dan?
No, you just said it, Wolf. Scott, your point is so well taken that the escalation of rhetoric is something that, if you just look back in history, it doesn't take a lot to dig and find that people take cues from not just leaders, but from people around them. And when violence happens, sometimes things are uncorked, and it is important for leaders across the board, as we are seeing today, to tamp things down.
Yeah, these Democrats at CNN are evil, man. Let's look at the headlines they put out after somebody tried to kill Trump. Trump injured in an incident at rally. What? Injured in an incident, huh? That's all you got to say? Let's look at this one. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. So these evil sons of bitches don't want to call it what it is. They don't want to say what it is. See, if there was a Trump supporter trying to kill a Democrat, they'd be blasting. They would say a Democrat was nearly assassinated by a Trump supporter, by a right-wing extremist. They'll say it. They'll outright declare it exactly what it is, just like when we saw that scumbag enter that black church in South Carolina and killed all those parishioners. They called it exactly what it was. But when we have some Democrat brainwashed, probably paid lunatic try to assassinate Trump, oh, Trump fell. He fell. Secret Service had to rush on stage because he fell. These people are scum, man. Pure evil. So finally, let's look at some examples of the Democrat politicians. This guy here is a Democrat from Colorado. So let's see what he had to say. The last thing America needs was sympathy for the devil, but here we are. They stirred up all of this evil, probably paid the guy, tried to kill Trump. But Trump is the devil? These fucking demons. They don't give a damn. This is a guy being honest. Obama, Biden, all these other politicians put out these politically correct statements. Oh, I hope Trump is okay. Oh, we don't need balance on either side. But he's saying exactly how they feel. Trump is the devil. And like that fucking psychotic demon-possessed bitch I just showed, pure evil. This is how they think. This is how they feel. They think Trump is evil. They think he needs to be killed. They have nothing. They tried to bankrupt him, didn't work. Tried to put him in jail, didn't work. Demonized him, tried to kill his reputation, didn't work. The only thing they have left is to kill him. And that's what they're trying to do. So let me know what you guys think. Leave me your thoughts below, share the video. Thanks for watching.